Hi, and I'm Lindsay, and today we're going to talk about Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but that's what Reddit said, so please help me if I'm wrong. Alright, so we will always support a minority writer. Female, yes. Minority, gender, and race. Okay, so I don't know. What's the background? It's about Mia, vagabond artist, with her daughter Pearl. They travel a lot, and they move to Shaker, where they meet the Richardsons. You want to explain about the Richardsons?
I have a character analysis.
You did a character analysis?
Yeah. From what I remember.
So I guess I'll just do the... Okay, so... Really, TLDR about the Richardsons is they're very... I don't know. They're very comfortable. They have a lot of perks. Yeah. I didn't want to make anything controversial, but yes, they're very privileged, and I guess it's just two social classes clashing, and secrets unravel, and
a lot of drama.
But that we don't get there till we get to the half of the book, so the second half. So
it's a slow burn.
Yeah. Alright, so we got Mia, Pearl as the Warrens. We got Elena. We got Bill. We got Moody, Lexi,
Trip.
And what her name is Trip? Oh yeah, and Izzy. Yeah. So we got 4 kids, Elena and Bill as the parents. And that's another thing too, single mother versus a whole family. So that's going on too. All right, let's get into it. Do you have a setting analysis for Shaker Heights?
I do. It's a theme.
Okay. It's a theme. Okay. Do you wanna pave the way for discussion?
Okay. So in Shaker, everything's planned to a T. The homes are painted in specific colors, and you have to get permission to change the color. I think it's some kind of a blue and a sandy color and something else. I don't know. There's
basically their houses aren't yellow or green.
And then let's see. The compulsive need to control what everyone does, it actually helps people perceive what's normal and not normal. So they kind of force you to think the way that they want you to think.
And we can see that with Elena's behavior and what goes in her home versus what she wants us to see.
So the standards of the community are either accepted wholeheartedly, like Elena does, or rejected by, what do you call them, the rebels, like Izzy and Mia. That's pretty much all I have about Shaker.
Okay, let's talk about... Or it's what?
It's borderline OCD. They control everything.
It's true. But you play into... I feel it's you kind of have to play with what you get because you're paying for it. I think you're getting the good education for the kids, right? You're getting... Because I think they said all of Shaker kids go to Ivy League or something. Isn't that what Izzy said in the beginning of the book?
Something like that.
Yeah, so you gotta fake it till you make it. So you really gotta make yourself like Elena and just push through. I don't know if that makes sense.
I feel though, if you grow up in that setting, it's kind of like you're blind to the prejudice that they kind of shape you to believe in. You don't see how wrong it is, I guess, until you go somewhere else and you have to think about it. Like, I'm trying to think of an example, but I don't remember.
I mean,
I don't know.
it's like sheltering. You're in
Yeah.
like a bubble.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I feel like it's not, personally. I think you really don't grow if you grow up in that kind of environment. You're just kind of set in your own beliefs. You're not challenged.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the aspect of like, I remember they said that to go to the elementary school or to go to the school, like you don't have to go through a crosswalk. So it's like really safe. So like every road, every street has like its intention to be safe and most efficient. So I like that part. But at the same time, I guess there has to be consequences. That's why they fine them if their grass is too long or something. But
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I don't think it's... But I get what you're saying. I don't think it's the worst idea that they're in this sheltered area. But it's also privilege, you know? It's like, it's not bad to be like, when you're the
think
privileged
on-
one, it's kind of
Yeah.
nice.
On paper, it's good, but realistically, it's not ideal.
Yeah. Because you're going to go out in the world and you're like, you're poor?
I think Lexi.
Same.
So Lexi's the oldest. She's a senior in high school. And then Trip, he's a junior, I think. Oh wow, they're literally a year apart. So Moody's a sophomore, and then Izzy is a freshman.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's back to back
Yeah.
for 4 years. It's crazy. She's pretty much a young version of Elena. I don't know. That's what I think. I think that's why she's Elena's favorite. She's kind of manipulative to Pearl. Not kind of, she is manipulative to Pearl. She uses her name at the abortion. And honestly, why would you do that? It's a small town. People are gonna find out. And then what else did she do? Oh, she has Pearl write her letter, right?
Her college essay.
Yeah, she has Pearl write
Yeah,
her
her
college
application
essay.
Yeah.
Privileged. So I think she just takes advantage of the fact that Pearl looks up to her. Well, I think before she gets pregnant, she doesn't sympathize as much with BB Chow, but then after the abortion, I think she starts to understand what she's going through, and she becomes more sympathetic. So I think she kind of realizes that there's more than what she knows from Shaker Heights. Like, there's more to every story. Like, there's different sides. I think she realizes that after she goes through something herself.
Yeah, there's like layers. Yeah, definitely. I think BB had to have happened because it shows that, like, you can see like the fights between the family when... Okay, honestly, Izzy, I don't even know. Sometimes I feel like she's just taking sides whatever her mom's not on.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like she does that.
Yeah, so I don't really know. But basically in the family, it's Izzy against Elena and
Trip.
Lexi.
Trip and Lexi.
Yeah. And then, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, like in the beginning of the book when the trial first started with BB, she was like, was it pre-trial? Whatever. Before she had her abortion, she was like very that's her kid. She's the one that threw it away. She gave up her rights then. She deserves a new mom. And then after abortion, she kind of learns it's a tough choice, and she doesn't know if she made the right choice, but it's just something she has to, like, I don't know, or like persuade herself every day, you know. It's not an easy decision.
She has to live with it.
Yeah, she has to, it's like, yeah, and then so she takes more like sympathy and empathy into BB, and she turns more mature, and she breaks up with Brian because she couldn't explain her situation. That was very sad.
I feel like Brian, he was like trash too though, because there was one scene. I wrote about it because I remembered. Yeah, so he talks about, he's like, I think they're talking about the case or something, and he makes it pretty clear to her that if she were to be in that situation, he wouldn't stick around. He was like, it's BB Chow's fault because she should have just not gotten pregnant. And so that's what pushes Lexi to get the abortion.
Did you say those exact words? I don't really remember. I just know
He
he
said
wasn't
like
a
that.
fan of being a teen dad. Like, I know that. But
Yeah, because his parents are like doctors or something.
yeah,
like
plus
that.
he's black. Yeah, that was like a big issue. Oh yeah, that's like another thing. Like, you know, Lexi's white. She can do like, I think it was in the book. She was like, oh, my parents could maybe take care of her for her first year or something, the baby, if she does have it.
Yeah.
And then that was like an option. And then, but you know, for Brian, he doesn't have that option. Like, his parents, I don't remember them being doctors, but yeah, if they're doctors, they're not going to take care of like
I don't
their
know if they were
grandkid,
doctors, but I
like-
know that they were like,
they wanted him to like go live.
Yeah.
Go life. So they weren't gonna accept him having a kid. So we gotta also understand his part, but I also can't hate him because he said what we would all say, you know, like if any one of
Yeah.
us were pregnant, we'd be like, not right now.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
and she never told him.
Yeah. That's true. On to the next character.
Okay, are we on to the next character or a question?
Do you have any other questions?
I got 13 questions, but it was never my plan to answer all 13. I was gonna pick like 3
Okay.
at most.
I was like,
I feel like I had a question about. Oh, we kind of answered this question where we say, it says, we see how race and class underline the experiences of all the characters and how they interact with each other. So we can see that between Lexi and Brian. And honestly, what was the point of the first half of the book? Okay, it's not part of this question, but really don't.
it's just, I think it's to provide background. So you
That was
see,
too much background.
you just see like, it gives you more insight on character development, I think. Like you kind of understand that Alina is the way that she is because she grew up in this environment type of thing.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I guess I can see that. So we got 3 mothers here, 4 mothers. We got Elena, we got Mia, we got BB, and we got Linda.
Linda?
Okay, wow, this is like the best my memory has ever been. Okay, so I forgot the question. It was like, how do we see the differences in the motherhood? Like, how do choice, opportunity, and circumstances affect different characters' approach to motherhood? I think we should really reflect on that since we are women. Although we're not mothers, we have mothers.
That's actually really true because even though they are all mothers, they're all in very different situations. Very different.
You can do your
Let's
character development for Elena.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
that's
say
where
her
I was
name.
scrolling. I say
It's like
Elena.
Elena.
I don't know.
That's how they say it in the show, Elena. I'm like, I thought it was Elena this whole time. But yeah, go ahead with your...
I mean, she is Shaker. She embodies Shaker. She's a controlling
She's the personification of
Exactly.
Shaker.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
I spurred a little
She's a
bit, yeah.
controlling perfectionist, borderline OCD. I think she measures out her food, right? Like she measures out the portions.
Oh
every
yeah,
night.
yeah. Yeah, she
I
has like
think
a
she
scale.
actually hates her life, which is why she's so controlling of her kids and her husband, because besides Shaker, she never really went out and did anything for herself. She never made a name for herself. And that's all I got on her.
How did you come across the conclusion that, or not conclusion, or like the idea that she hates her life?
I don't know. I just think because she puts so much control over her kids, she just doesn't feel like she has something of her own. She's putting it onto them.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Cause she always like talked about how she wants to be like a journalist, and
But
then
she
she just
never
always
really
chose to be a
does it.
family person. Yeah. Okay.
She settles. She doesn't go. And then I think in the book they mention how she was in love with someone else and she never pursued it.
Was that in the book? I feel like I kind of remember because it mentions it in the show, and then I was like, I kind of remember, but I'm not sure. So I feel like me watching the
He
show.
was like an activist, I think. And he was gonna
Okay.
run away, and he told her to come with him.
Oh,
She said no.
okay, yeah. Okay, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, and he
So I
got like
think she
a
kinda
like a
lives with, like,
Volkswagen.
Yeah, she lives with like a what if.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that. Okay. All right, second mother, Mia Warren. Her motherhood came pretty unnatural. She was a, what is that called again? Surrogate?
Mm-hmm.
And she just kidnapped the baby. I mean, it's her
Yeah.
baby, but you know, it was also their baby. And she took Pearl with her. And is that so different from what, I don't know, I feel like there's kind of like a parallel line between her and BB, and that's why she takes so much like comfort and like, what's it called? Like really
Sympathy.
takes BB's side. Oh, sympathy, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the word. Yeah, but I don't really know how to contrast the two or compare and contrast. BB, she left with the baby. BB left her baby. Well, I guess Mia just understands that like motherhood is just, it's like, it was a tough choice for her.
I mean, it was different circumstances too.
Yeah.
BB couldn't afford to live. She couldn't even afford to feed herself. So
I know, that was so
honestly,
sad.
it was a responsible choice to give up the kid until she was able to get back on her own feet. Whereas Mia's
I'm
more
glad.
like
You said that.
Mia's more like just
That's my kid.
yeah, but
Yeah.
she's more like impulsive, I think is the word.
Yeah. Huh. I feel like, oh, I guess that's a good contrast too. So, Elena is more planned out, Mia is more impulsive. And
That's why they butt heads so much.
they do. Oh, that's actually another question. We're just answering questions as we discuss.
Linda's totally opposite because she wanted a kid for so long and she couldn't have a kid. And then she went through adoption to try to get a kid and she still couldn't get a kid. I think they waited like 15 years to try to have a kid. So, what's the girl's name? Maylene?
Maribel, Maylene.
Maribel. So when Maribel shows up at their door, it's just kind of a miracle, honestly. So I feel like
we
she's one
already
of
like,
those.
yeah.
She just really
I
wanted
mean,
a kid.
She was just a really sad character. Like, she didn't do
Yeah.
anything wrong, but she was the most victimized.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess like people can see what our biases are. Like, we're obviously, we never really said it, but I'm assuming that you're also team Linda more so than team BB. And I agree. They were, I guess, sorry, I think I keep transitioning questions, but the whole trial was basically the argument if BB's argument to keep the kid was that she's Chinese. She's gonna keep her culture alive. Mei Ling is Chinese, and she needs a Chinese mother to be Chinese. That's basically their argument. Whereas Mirabelle's argument, Linda, was like, you know, I provide her food, I provide her security. Like, isn't that what's most important? And I agree with that. And if she really needs, and they mentioned in the book too, like, if they buy Chinese art. Like, I'm sure it's not the same as having a Chinese mom, but the effort is there. Yeah. And you could always take them to Chinese school. She could have Chinese friends. But, what's her name? BB can't always get her food. She can't always get her whatever. Like, it's... Yeah, and the whole like Asian Barbie thing, which, you know, I don't know about you, but like, did you ever play with Barbies? Did you play with Barbies?
No.
Yeah.
But I mean,
played with
I
Barbies.
understood where he's coming from. It was a good point.
Yeah, but which I don't know. No one's a perfect mom except for Linda. I just love Linda. Terrible name, but I like Linda.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think Linda does deserve custody, but I can also see why someone would think that BB should get custody, just because she is the birth mom and she wasn't in the best of circumstances at the time. But, I mean, she got a job, she cleaned herself up. So I could see how it could go that way as well.
Yeah. I mean, if the government... I'm kidding. I mean, it's true. If she had better access to mental health care. But this was 1997.
Yeah.
So, it just... I think mental illness was still... There was like a big stigma behind it. It doesn't exist. But, yeah, this book has a lot of lessons in it. It's got a lot of, like, sprinkles of race, gender, and... social class, and
prejudice,
whatever.
Was like one of their secrets that she discovered while she was working at their house.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that. That's why we have discussions. All right. Conclusion, overall opinion, and would you recommend?
Overall, it was a good book. It started slow, so I was concerned. I didn't know if I would actually want to reread it, but it has a good story. The characters are well developed, I think. I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And I guess I'd recommend it to people.
I mean, yeah. I don't think it's like at the top of my list of like to recommend people.
Yeah.
I also would call it 8 out of 10, but that 8 out of 10 is only for the second half of the book. But I guess because the second half was only good because of the verse, so yeah, I definitely did not read it in a single breathless sitting. Maybe the second half I did read in one sitting because I wanted to get it over with.
Yeah, the second half I read pretty quickly.
Yeah, but the first half took a couple months. Yeah, deeply empathetic. I agree. If you wanna,
Very dramatic.
I think. Oh yeah, when I realized I wanted to read more, I kind of read up on like the pros of reading, and you know, like you familiarize yourself with your friends, and you're like your friends, you know. That's why they're your friends. But because when you read books, you're opening your mindset to new friends, to new characters, and so that's why I wanted to read more, because you get more empathy, you get more worldviews.
You get more exposure.
Yeah, and I think this book definitely did that. So for that purpose, it's good, and I would recommend it. Yeah.
There's a lot of relevant topics in it.
Yeah, it took place in 1997, but still relevant today. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time. And we'll see you guys next time for our next book. And we don't know what our book is. Or is it Crawdads?
Have you been reading Goldfinch?
No. I think I returned it. I was like, I don't want to put this on hold when I'm not reading it. It's because I didn't finish Crawdads. Wait, we gotta say bye to the viewers. We gotta say bye to the viewers, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Catch us next week or in a couple weeks. We'll see.